Hola tribe. So today I'm doing something a little different, and I'm just gonna shuffle and show you the cards as we go. One, I'd really like for you to see the cards, but two, I had a little incident this week that, not horrible, but one that I am just a little less expressive in my face. No horrible damage by any means. Just had an incident, and I'm a little bruised up, and so I would not really feeling the face thing right now. So I'm gonna just shuffle the cards. I am being called to do a reading, but not so much the showing of my face. And again, nothing too dramatic by any means. That I don't look overly dramatic. I feel it probably more than anything else. So I had a little run-in with a dog, and like I said, not a horribly dramatic incident, but I did get bit in the face, and I'm a little banged up and bruised. He was a big Rottweiler, and beautiful, beautiful animal, and I know that he didn't intentionally want to harm me, just wanted to show dominance. And so, life is life. Life is life. And, but I am definitely getting called to do a quick reading. And so I hope you are well. And I am just giving all of the cards a good little shuffle right now and seeing what comes about. You know, I'll be honest, let's see if I even post this video. Is the reading that I'm about to do really because I myself need a reading? And this is the clearest way of giving one, is by directing it to the collective. Or is this really a collective reading? I guess we'll find out together, huh? So if you're seeing this post, it's obviously a collective reading, and I felt it important for us all to get the message. Otherwise, I guess I just need a good clearing of energy and a guidance. And I know that which is important for me to be understood is for all. And so that is why I do these, knowing that the information and data that comes through me is important for me to have access to as well as everyone else. So there is that. There is that. Let's see, one more deck over here, and then we'll move forward. And oh my gosh, per usual, I pray you are well. I pray you are well. You may have had a crazy week as well. I've had numerous phone calls with people that, let's just be blunt, shit hit the fan in different ways and formats for everyone this week. You know, my incident was nothing compared to many other people's incidences. And so I, at least on the third dimensional reality, and those of the tribe and the collective understand what I mean, that when I say third dimensional reality experiences and higher dimensional reality experiences can be quite different. So, yeah, that which is taking place on the third dimensional reality experience, even though traumatic, the higher dimensional reality experiences going on right now are even more intense. And I can just see it across the board as I scroll through some social media stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do, is see where people are at by, you know, seeing their vibrations of their posts and their communications. And yeah, amazing. So I will say before I shuffled this card right here, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, so it's in each other we find ourselves is the card that had kept coming up during my shuffle. Let's see if I can do this. It's just so beautiful. In fact, I cut the deck so many times at that card, as I just did, that I almost didn't want to do a read because my inner, well, it's not even a brat, my anger. Yeah, it wasn't even a bratty response, it was my anger response, didn't want to hear it. Even though I know it's important for where we are. Yeah, so, yeah, dramatic energy has been coming through. And so it's okay. It is okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be in our process. It's okay to witness intolerable behaviors from others. And it is okay to be in a place of forgiving, and it's okay to be in a place of not forgiving. But I will say it's not okay to stay in any of those places for far too long. Yeah. So they're telling me to cut the deck here. Oh, well, that would make sense now, wouldn't it? So, 17, Padma Sundari, out of darkness the light is born. Oh, we are most definitely here, aren't we? Stepping through a portal of energy can be, well, it's the womb, isn't it? It's the rebirthing. Coming out of our greatest fears and darknesses. God, she's radiant. And a lotus in both hands. Isn't she just radiant? And it is true, the first exposure to light, this is the colors and dimensions that we will see and witness. We must go through that portal. We must go through the womb experience, the fear of death, in order for us to grow. I have said to many people over the years how one of the most important things that the first rite of passage of any human being is the birthing process. And so it's interesting how we're coming into times where people are being forced to do cesarean sections based off of, really it's rooted in what insurance companies want in medical facilities versus what's actually in the best interest for the mother or child. And so it is in our best interest to move through the womb and out the canal, out the vaginal way, in order for the rebirthing to take place. And so coming into this place of rebirthing, the expression of light and color surrounding us, in order to get there, it's scary, right? We must face all sorts of fears, all sorts of doubts. Some of us have done enough work, and breath work being a big part of it, to be able to experience our birthing, to actually go back to that time We carry those cells in our body, and you can actually re-experience that quite naturally. Excuse me. And so, coming through that place, it's petrifying. Not knowing if you're going to make it out, feeling the fears, and doing our best to maneuver through spaces that are quite uncomfortable. Yeah. Out of the darkness is the light. The light is born. Yeah. As I'm about to shuffle again, they said, no, that's the card. Formation. It's funny, I sit in this presence of, well, what is being formed, right? And the image alone, the image of this being almost looks, I don't know if you can see that, it looks overly dramatic here as they're reaching back. Their heart is open, but it's completely vulnerable. It's a completely vulnerable state of truly not knowing. Not knowing what is about to be born. Not knowing what is about to be birthed here at all. What I love, though, is how the heart is still open. You can see this butterflies, transformation, coming through almost like this cloak. The heart is still open. With only one eye, right? All they're showing is the one eye of this being. Unsure of where we're going, what it's going to look like, how things will turn out. However, holding the light, right? Coming into this radiant color. I mean, I don't think you could get a more beautiful card image to proclaim a rebirthing, right? Coming into this rainbow way of energy, right? As we come to this rainbow bridge of connectivity. Because that's what it is. The trueness of walking into, we can use the word heaven, and I just even feel like that's so limited at this point in time. Bliss. Just pure love. Stepping into a place of pure love means that it is all welcoming, all receiving, all forgiving. Today I was teaching a class, and there was a man there that he's struggling to forgive himself. He might not see it that way, but in his mechanics, in his movements, in his breath, there was this weightedness of unforgiveness, and unforgiveness of self, unforgiveness of others. And as we did the work, as we worked through the process, I found myself communicating specific things that I don't know why I say what I say. I just meet the vibration to which is in the room. And it was absolutely beautiful. As I was speaking, there was one person in the room, just what a gorgeous young girl, just going, she's like, you say it, sister. She's like, she's like, Jesus Christ, in the name of Jesus Christ. Like, she was just praising the name. And I was speaking of how, one of the many things I was saying, but I was speaking of how we are the only creatures in the animal kingdom that continually punish ourselves for the same sin over and over again. And I mean like millennia, right? We continually condemn ourselves for something that could have been done in other lifetimes, and we just carry it over and over again, and we keep creating painful paths from there instead of collecting those fragments of our souls, right? We leave brokenness behind and expect to create from there rather than collecting all those fragments. And that's really what we're coming into, is a time of collecting all the fragments so that we ourselves can come through this portal and recreate ourselves into a new formation. Yeah. Why is it that we continually abuse ourselves and punish ourselves for that which we have deemed a sin, when all is welcome home, right? All has been forgiven. We just must accept the forgiveness. If we ourselves do not accept the forgiveness, then it is because we ourselves do not forgive ourselves. And that will create very specific outcomes, right? Yeah. I was working out in Pilates class the other night, and I just literally, that's all I did was chant over and over again in my mind. I couldn't stop myself of, you are forgiven, you are forgiven, you are forgiven, you are forgiven. And all of these beings and moments in time ran through my mind and through my heart. And thank goodness no one could see me as I wept. I just wept and wept and wept. Allowing myself to feel compassion and forgiveness towards people and experiences that I no longer wish to hold burden in my heart around, right? I want to be able to walk into this place of light and rebirthing without carrying those pains. I love it. And I'm going, do I cut the deck or do I move forward? And it's cut the deck. Promise of the future. I really do love that in this card, it's, Ganesha is standing on this cliff here, and the majority of this image is of this beautiful light. And I just see here this beautiful light, the similarity of colors coming through here, the reds, the blues, the reds, the blues, the grays. And then it's just this light energy, and the promise of our future is the radiant energy we carry in our hearts. Just consistently keeping that love. That is our greatest gift. Can you love even in the experience of your pain? That was a big part of the topic during class today too. It's not about having achieved something through your pain. That's what this person had said to me, that they said being a success, and they said it from a statement of almost like one-upping other people, or that it seemed, not until I clarified it for them could they hear it, but they didn't intend to create success based off of wanting to prove others wrong, but it's the exact tone they used. Can you create success based on simply love and not care that the success is not at the rate and speed to which your ego will feel most fulfilled, because that is the one-upping of others? Can you accept that your success is built off of a place of loving yourself every step of the way? And that it's not about proving someone else right or wrong. It's about proving to ourselves that we are capable of holding even more love in our heart and achieving a goal that we ourselves didn't even know that we had the ability to. Our greatest strength is not that which the end result is. Our greatest strength is how much love we can hold in our heart during the process. How little resentment we hold towards others for their inability to match us or to try to sabotage us as we move forward because they fear our growth or they fear the amount of love we hold. Can we hold it anyway? Can we do it regardless if we appear to be a success, right? It's not about how others perceive it, it is how you yourself feel about it. And only you can determine that. And if your end result is you feeling mighty, as if you're on a throne, overlooking other beings, then I can guarantee that that success is rooted in wanting to prove others wrong versus feeling the joy of the achievement and being proud of oneself for what they've achieved. Holding that love. Holding that love. And we truly are in this great shift of rebirthing. Yeah. So, let's see what the cards hold. Let's see what the cards hold. I love this deck. Oh, I love this deck. So, as I'm shuffling, I will say that if you are interested in your own personal reading or healing work from me, I would love to serve you. Please message me. Also, there's big moves coming ahead with 200-hour yoga teacher training online, in person, with me as well as some of my tribe. And I'll be getting that information out on my social media if you'd like to join me this fall. And if you're looking for some breath work or some energetic healing or even just some soul coaching, again, send me a message. I'd love to work with you. It is a very powerful time for us to heal and gather together. And the soul clearing of contracts will be happening soon too. I am aiming for the next 2 weeks to have that information out to you. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for a soul contract clearing course to be had as well, and that will be on Zoom most likely. So yeah. All right, last one. All right, let's see. You get to see the little fumbles now. Good. Oh, that's fantastic. Breakthrough. We've had a breakthrough. Talk about the rebirthing, right? Like, I don't think I've ever really seen this card before either. This is just so powerful. You know, we're speaking of coming through the birthing canal, and this image literally is coming through a portal of light, or the portal of light is coming through this being. And it just has so much earthly energy coming through. This fierce lion here, right? A lion's heart. A lion's heart. We are at a time of breakthrough, aren't we? And it's interesting, the colors in these 3 cards seem to match up oh so well. Oh so well. The blues, the reds, right? The birthing process happening here. Look at this, look at those, right? Yeah. It is happening, we are moving forward. All will be well. Staying the course, right? Allowing the emotions to move through us. It's scary. It's absolutely scary. Yeah, we have the heart. We have the heart to do it. Yeah. The ancestors are with us. Completely. Keeping our heart open truly is the key. Keeping the heart open. And I ask if there's another, just devotion. Again, same colors, and that of a woman impregnated. We are exactly where we're meant to be. It may not feel it, it may be painful right now. It may be messy right now. But that's part of it. No child is born in a perfect, seamless, clean space, right? It might start out that way, but it gets messy. It gets messy. Stay centered in our hearts. Stay rooted in it, just as this card shows, right? Rooted in love, right? Infinite waters, infinite waters. Look at this, look at the colors. Right? Breaking through, owning these new radiant colors. Owning our power. Rooted in love. Yeah. Whew. Well, I'll make sure I post this. It is definitely a message for all of us. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for allowing me to be in this format today. And I'll see you all soon. Mwah. Peace out, tribe. I love you.